Some people, they may envy you, follow you on Insta just to pre you. The way they go chat rubbish, the way.
Sorry about the light. So this is beans, African red beans. We have the white, but this is the red. So I'm pouring this amount in the bowl. I didn't measure it, so I put cold or hot water in it. So basically, I'm gonna leave this till tomorrow. The time right now is 9:45. I'm gonna soak this till tomorrow morning. Leave it like on my counter. So this right here is my can that I'm gonna be using for my moin-moin. It's called moin-moin in my language. Basically, some people call it in English bean cake. So every time I cook and buy a tin of tomatoes, I do not throw the tins away. I keep them. Hence why I have so many. See, I told you, I'm really the queen of recycling, baby. Nothing is wasted, okay? Some people use plastic bags, Ziploc bags, but I like to use thin because it's already there. I don't have to buy it. Soaking them with soap and hot water because they've been under my counter for so long and I don't play with my food. It has to be clean. I wash them out, drain them, wipe them, and oil them. Before I taste I'm gonna cut up this mackerel fish. You don't have to add this if you're not a fish person, but I like to add in mine. All washed and fresh. I'm gonna season my fish like I season my beef. I'm adding garlic, ginger, Maggi, onions, a little bit of thyme, and salt. So now I've added all the flavorful. So I added some water, cover, put on fire and let it cook. So while the fish is boiling or cooking, we're gonna boil some eggs as well. The amount of egg you use depends on you. Put it on fire and also let it boil. Now this is the beans that I soaked yesterday. The time now is 2:55 p.m. and remember I soaked this since last night, so it's soft. And didn't I tell you it was gonna swell? It's gonna rise. See how much it swelled or rose. I hope what I'm trying to make sense. You know, kind of like when you add yeast or baking powder to something and it rises. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna peel off the skin. See how easily it's peeled off because I had soaked it yesterday. I only soaked it because I want it to be really soft so I can blend it easily in the blender because my blender gets mad if it's not soft enough. Skin is coming off just by rubbing it against my hand. Some people said their blenders or their kitchen equipment that actually peels this off. I've not come across it, and even if I come across it, I think I would still prefer peeling it off with my hand like that. So you do that for it's time to drain the water. So after peeling for a little while, you take your sieve, and put it in my sink, or you can put a bowl under and then so you can recycle the water whichever one you want. It's a bigger bowl so it's easier to peel. I keep draining the skin off that till it's all clean. It's a little bit of work, but hey, you gotta work for good things, you know. Then I'm done peeling. See how clean and white that is? There's still some that are not completely peeled, but it's all fine. And this is the skin. So I'm just gonna squeeze it dry and then throw it in the garbage. So it's time to blend the beans. However, we're gonna be blending it with bell pepper, some chili pepper just for the red. This is not spicy, it just makes it really red. I like my moin-moin really red. And of course some scotch bonnet, some onions, garlic, and of course some ginger. So this is how it looks after I've sliced. Time to blend. This is moin-moin and not akara. The consistency has to be smooth. So after you're done blending, pour in a big bowl because you're gonna need a big bowl to kind of mix it up together. See, I told you my blender doesn't like it. I'm not even halfway blended. It's already hot. So I literally have to turn it upside down till it cools down and then start blending again. I decided to wake back up and work, so back to the matter. Open and close, touch your toes, baby. Oh yeah, yo. And look at it. Oh my god, that's a lot of beans. Look at how big the bucket is. Beautiful, beautiful. I just wanted to know you're my favorite girl. Now we're gonna be adding some salt and some Maggi. And please, I beg you, please don't be asking me, oh, how many Maggi, how many salt, how many onions. I honestly do not know. I mean, like, I just go as the Spirit leads. If you don't know how much to put in there, how much to season your food, pray and let the Holy Spirit lead you. As funny as that sounds, it's actually true. I'm not gonna sit down here and lie to you and be like, oh, 2 spoons of Maggi, like a nursery rhyme. No, honey. If my spirit of the ancestors said enough, then it's enough. So does the cookie crumble. What? Okay, goodbye. After add your vegetable oil as wherever the Spirit leads, but for this quantity, I probably will just use 2, not too much. I don't like too much oil in my food, so that should be fine. So you want to stir properly. Okay, baby? I'm gonna pour the broth of the fish. This is all where the goodness is at. Your moin-moin will be on fire. Let me tell you. Me, I'm gonna tell you my mind, yo. I have a really big pot, so I'm using this. See how long it is? I'm gonna add some water. So before you actually start distributing your moin-moin into the tins, it's better you put the water on fire on a very low temperature and let it start boiling. Now for your cans, you want to take your vegetable oil a little bit, because when your moin-moin is done, you don't want to stick into the thing. So you take the vegetable oil, use your hand to like spread the vegetable oil around, or if it's olive oil, whatever oil you're using. Basically, coat the tin with your oil. That's all you need, baby girl. Just the coat, baby girl. This is the fish. I removed the bone out of it, and of course your boiled egg. If you think your bean paste is too thick, you can always add water. I like it not too thick, not too soft, just right in the middle. And how do you know if the ingredients that you added is enough salt? You can always taste your beans. It's okay, you will survive. I definitely need more salt. Thank God I tasted that, because usually I don't taste my food. Now you take your can. I advise you use this kind of spoon. See how deep that is? Yes. You fill your tin up. Okay, no, now do not fill it up, because remember this is gonna rise and you don't want it to rise and overflow. And so you take some of the fish. You can break it into pieces if you want. I like breaking mine into pieces a little. Throw it in the can there. You can also slice the eggs. You can put a whole egg in there, you can put half in there, whatever you want. But I like putting half, quarters. After you filled your thing up, you take your can, put it in the little water in here. See how it's already boiling up a little bit? That's perfect. Reduce the temperature because you still have a lot of things to go. You don't want some to be cooked and want some not cooked. Alright, so we're taking another can, fill it up. So I'm basically putting like 3 spoons in here. Take your fish, put it in there. Take your eggs, put it in there. Once you're done, throw your moin-moin into this pot. Don't worry, I'll show you how I arrange everything. So keep doing this till you're done. It was perfect for 8 tins of moin-moin. There's 1 layer at the bottom, and then this is the second layer, so making 8 all together. So you're gonna take your foil. See, this is the side that is not the shiny side, and this is the shiny side. So you want to take the shiny side, cover your pot, because you want to make sure you're sealing every corner, okay? Water is going to cook the one at the bottom, the heat is what's going to cook the one at the top. So hence why you want to make sure your pot is really sealed. It's kind of like a little tricky, but I know you're smart. You're going to make it work. Now you can increase your temperature. So then I cover. And then let it cook for I don't know how long. I will just keep checking on it.
A few moments later.
You can kind of know if it's time to pour water. You just put your ears. I'm sorry, I know I'm blurry. Yeah, I don't hear the bubbling of water, so I think it's time to add water. You will see what I mean by the swelling now. You ready? You ready? You ready? Look it. See how that swole? Is that a word? Swell? Please be careful. Don't add water inside your moin-moin. You need to peep in. I know you can't see me. Oh, you need to look for a space. Because if you're not careful, you're gonna pour water in your moin-moin. You don't want that. To see properly, it's okay to take one of your moin-moin out, and I can't even pull it out because it's so hot. Allah mama say one that and didn't. So you can move it around just so you can pour water in there. Like in the pot, not in the moin-moin. I'm sorry, I know I'm blocking your view. But I really need to get this right. Oh, you add your water. Put your moin-moin back in there. Cover. Yep, you still want to cover with your foil paper.
A few moments later.
Alright, I think it should be ready now. I would advise you to leave it out a little bit so it cools down a little bit. But just for the purpose of this video, I want you to see how it looks when you immediately take it out of the can. But right now it's too soft, it's just gonna fall apart. If you don't want to eat it straight from the can, but if you want to take it out of the can, turn it upside down, take your can opener, and then twist it. Like when you're opening your can regularly. Look at that. Then this is exactly why we so if you cut into it, that's basically yes. Look at that smoke. You can dip your bread into it right now. I'm so excited.
A few moments later.
So it's been cooling for like 30 minutes, I think, an hour. Yeah, that's why they call it bean cake, I guess, because it's like a cake. So you just cut into it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Kanjiko? Yeah, wow.
2 hours later.
Okay, I'm back again. I know you're probably like, girl, go away. We've seen it, we understand. Okay, so this is several hours. See how really solid it looks? That is exactly what I'm talking about. That is what it's supposed to look like. Now let's try. Maybe I can even open it this way. If it's not open, you can take your knife and scrape the sides, kind of like opening like a cupcake. Bam! Right there, baby. Look at that though. That is a beautiful bean cake, aka moin-moin, aka African beans cake. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm so happy. All right, bye.